Imagine for a second that you're around 5 years old. You're at your grandparents' house, and as the adults talk about the recession that had no bearing on your dumb child brain, you wander upstairs looking for something to do. There's not much up there other than an ancient console you've never seen before and only one cartridge stuck inside. You turn it on and you're greeted by this incredible music and intro. Level after level, you're enjoying yourself. You get to defeat a big beaver, ride a minecart, and find out what being horny is. You're having a blast until you click on this stage. And unknowingly, you've walked into one of the best platforming levels ever crafted. This is Stop and Go Station. As the Kongs walk into the mine shaft, you immediately see the gimmick of the level. Some manic beast is running around while the light is green. If you try to take it out, you find that even your heavy damage dealer Donkey Kong runs away scared as soon as he touches it. Your only option is to jump into the barrel above, which reveals the only way to stop these creatures. Notice how subtly the game teaches you here. The rock croc in the beginning is confined by 2 ledges, so even on your first playthrough, you can carefully observe its behavior before you continue. Next, this idea gets developed. There are now 2 Kremlings on ledges and the stop and go barrel is at the bottom. This scenario presents the main way the barrels are used, in time-based challenges. The whole level is one big question. Will you be able to run fast enough before the lights turn green again? The next couple barrels are more enhancements on the original idea. Bounce off the tire to hit the barrel and make it to the other side in one jump. Stop the croc from moving as he blocks the only platform that makes you able to progress. Jump over these 2 claptraps and run as fast as possible to make sure you don't get slammed at the end of the section. By this point in the level, Stop and Go Station has showed you most of its tricks. Either the barrel is hard to get to, you need to do hard platforming under a time constraint, or you have to dodge enemies while making your way to the next barrel. Now the level begins to remix these ideas together and combine them for challenge. Case in point, the next stretch of the level combines 2 ideas, with a barrel over a pit and a rock croc on a moving platform. This is then followed by another chunk where there's more ground to cover and more enemies to dodge. After you make it through that hell, you finally see it. The save barrel, a point of respite. But unfortunately for you, after this checkpoint is where the level really ramps up. If the first part of the level was about getting to the stop and go barrels, the second half is all about getting to the barrels while in danger. The first switch is directly in the path of a rock croc. You either have to jump over the enemy or time your roll perfectly, or you risk losing one of your Kongs. A rolling tire sits in the path asking you to push it along, but claptraps line the ground you need to cover. The rolling tire is essential to hit the barrel, which is your only key to get past the chaotic platforming section where the crocodiles sleep. Once again, the player is so intensely familiar with everything new the level has to offer that throwing in a mechanic like the rolling tire they've seen before is no big issue. Your reward for getting past that challenging combo is another precarious jump onto an unsafe moving platform. After 2 jumps and a mad dash, a solitary stop and go barrel signals the final test of the level. First, you need to time your drop so you don't get hit by the rampaging Kremlings. There's 2 this time, so your timing has to be more precise. Hitting the barrel reveals how short of a time the player truly has, because unlike before, this ending segment takes the last thing the player had to combat these monsters: safe zones. Previously, you had to deal with 1 or 2 barrels and then you could take a breather. Not here though. You go from a simple jump into a barrel, to a stationary tire jump, to a rolling tire you need to move into position, and finally, there is nothing to save you. You just have to jump over the last enemy and pray. When you see that exit sign right after, all you can do is breathe a sigh of relief. Everything clicks together perfectly. This level is almost constructed like a story, with an exposition introducing you to the mechanics, a rising action warping that same idea over and over, and a climax where everything comes together to test the player. That final test is hard, especially when I played it for the first time. but I always felt in control. Most of the individual segments that make up the final test are things you've seen before. They're just stitched together and you're given less time. But what really ties this whole thing together is that patented DKC atmosphere. The creepy song Misty Menace fills the background. Compared to the jungle swing you've heard before, it's like it's not even from the same game. There's barely any traditional instrumentation, just the ambient background noise of the mine shaft you're stuck in. The lighting changes color along with the barrels, showing you exactly when you're safe and when you're in terrible danger. The rock crocs are just plain creepy with their red eyes and dark rock-like skin. Those glowing red orbs indicating to the player when their hitboxes are active. It makes you question why the barrels control them if they simply can't be killed. And you'll keep wondering that till the end of the game. This is the only appearance they make in the entire game and even in the entire series. All this harrowing stuff creates an atmosphere where even if you have the time to slow down, you won't. The whole level encourages you to run, with tension building after each segment. The timing of the barrels, especially in the beginning, is very lenient, but your anxiety will make it feel like you don't have enough time. Stop and Go Station is one of the best Donkey Kong Country levels because it has a different goal. The goal of the other stages is to beat them. The goal of Stop and Go Station is to escape. Hey guys, hopefully that video wasn't too cringe. I just think the level is really good. If this is my last video of the year, Happy New Year, and I hope to grow more in 2023. Bye!